You look up here. Oh, not the clearest.
Not the clearest. One of these days we got to figure out how to hook up a good camera and all that.
Might have to go through a computer.
Yeah. Which means we definitely need the generator.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're on cherry duty.
Cherry. Oh, I forgot to grab the spoon.
Oh.
Okay, here it just popped up.
All right.
It just says waiting for BeastMode. I'm probably just lagging a little bit.
What's that?
I said I'm probably just lagging.
All right.
There it goes. Boom.
All right, you want to turn that volume down.
Oh, yeah. All right. It's live.
All right, so what do we, you may want to keep our list somewhere handy too.
Burn. Turn and burn. So we are just finishing up the Christmas special.
Oh,
Oh. Well, you hadn't even had a cherry yet.
oh. Can't even get in here. All right, there we go. Oh, this chair's great.
Yeah.
What are you typing?
Say hi when you join.
All right, so what did we do so far? Let's do a recap, Steve. Or are you still messing with that? Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Waiting on you.
The Christmas special.
So, kind of, yeah. First live of this season. Our season, we kind of go by the winter.
Yeah.
And so, we've done a lot of stuff. So let's kind of want to go through, do a recap. Unless you guys got other stuff you guys want to talk about, just go ahead and start interrupting our chat, and we'll definitely get to it. So the biggest thing on our mind right now is our 12 Days of Christmas.
Just finished it up.
Just finished that one up.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't checked that out, go check it out. Dana has, she's always awesome. She goes through and buys all these. Yeah, look at this. That's on one of the nights. So, you know, the explicit instructions only open one gift per night. We had 12 nights of gifts. It was awesome. A couple of them we did during the day, which I'm thinking one of those, you know, I don't want to ruin too much. You know,
Right.
we've got this one, but for those of you that haven't seen it, go out there and check it out. One of them was the cornhole.
That was a
wondering if we
daytime
need to
one.
have a cornhole contest tomorrow.
We can do that.
A little $5.
Yeah.
Don't tell the government.
Don't tell the government.
Won't know that $5 got
Yeah.
changed hands there.
Yeah, they'll definitely want to tax
I'm
that.
at $500,000, Steve. What else?
Did you see that bet that Elon made on the show with Joe Rogan when he was talking about firing the arrow at his Tesla? He says, "I bet you
$1.
a dollar."
He goes, I'll bet you $1. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. That's
All right.
funny.
So, so yeah, the Christmas special, that thing was really awesome. That, what would you like the best out of that, Steve?
I like those shades, man.
You've been wearing those.
I've worn them
nonstop?
all day today.
Yeah. Yeah, those things are awesome.
Yeah, man, they're great.
Yeah, and they're not cheap either. Cause
They're just like my other shades, but they're wood and they're engraved. You know, it's almost like wearing the same ones I'm used to.
It says BeastMode on them.
Yeah, they're kind of like
business.
the Ray-Ban style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, those are awesome.
it's very cool.
And then let's see, my favorite. You know, I've still got. Did you ever drink this?
I drank it all.
The peanut butter.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I liked it.
I love it,
Dude, it's
no, I don't
great.
like it. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
This is probably my new favorite. And I told my buddy Mike, which you met Mike on the Eagle Rock Loop hike.
And when you told me about it, I was just like, peanut butter?
That's what I told him.
gross.
I said, hey, dude,
Yeah.
have you tried that peanut butter? And he said, he was like, what?
That sounds
Peanut butter? That's
disgusting.
disgusting. I was
Yeah.
like, you guys
Yeah, but
haven't-
then you try it and it's like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
not so disgusting.
So Dana put this in our stocking. This is just a little bitty guy of Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Does have some calories. It's not carb free. But this stuff is amazing. So if you guys haven't tried that, highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I was very surprised at it.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't think that flavor would be good with bourbon. Man, we mixed it with Coke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tastes delicious. I think somebody just popped up in the thread there.
Oh, who's that? DP.
DP, what up, Dana? Or was I supposed to say that?
Which makes her name DP for a reason.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear us okay? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
And there's like a delay on there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we already tested it. Yeah, it was fine. That's right. So the next, anybody else joined or is just her? Oh,
I
I
think
can't really tell, can we?
Well, it says 2 up there.
Okay. You and
So-
her.
Probably just me and her, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Christmas special. What did she say? She said, in a game, yes.
In a game. Cameron in there with you?
But she said yes, so I assume she's saying yes, she can hear us good.
Awesome. She can't really respond. She
Right,
can only listen
yeah.
to us. So that's
gonna-
awesome. Good luck.
She's gonna get
So-
killed.
And that's something, Steve, you need to check that out sometime with us. So
The game, you mean?
Yeah, Dana and I play League of Legends. It's a freebie.
Right.
It may be more difficult than I mean, you may not be able to learn it. It might be past your aptitude there. But no, it's
Sage.
Sage Wolf. Cool.
That's all she said was Sage.
Yeah, wanted Sage Wolf. You gotta watch out for that guy. Have you ever played League of Legends?
No.
Great game. So it's considered a MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena.
Okay.
And so the games last from anywhere from 10 minutes to on the long end, 30, 35 minutes on the long end.
I think you had kind of
start-
described it to me.
Yeah,
one
you start
time.
basically level 1, you get to level 18 during the match, and it's character based. So you've got these minions, you try to kill turrets, you've got objectives, and it's all just straight line combat. Run into combat, respawn, run back into combat, and but you got to do it strategically, and you learn those strategies as you play it and get better and better. But you ought to try it out.
I
with
mean,
it.
I could try it, but those are just. I've always been into like a different style game, more of the
flight simulators and stuff.
like. I love the flight simulators and stuff like that. I remember back in a long time ago, there was a simulator game that I loved, and you were driving one of those bipedal tanks, basically, that walks with 2 legs.
Yeah, like a mech.
Yeah, like a mech warrior kind
Yeah,
of thing. There was a great game with that.
Yeah, it was probably called Mech Warrior.
Probably something like it was a long time ago though. I don't think it was. It was something different.
I played one called Mech Warrior.
It may have been. I don't know, but it was really cool. Just because of the way you could steer it, and it was almost like you needed 2 people to drive.
Yeah, you had
it.
rockets. And
Yeah,
different things.
yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. And first person shooter kind of games. Those have always been more my style of games. But I have played some of the other ones. I got into what's that one? Warcraft.
Okay.
World of Warcraft, I
Yep.
guess. Played that one a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I played that for.
Where you got to
for
build
years.
little cities and.
Oh no, that's Warcraft 3.
Okay, yeah, probably.
Yeah, Warcraft
you
2
have-
and Warcraft 3. World of Warcraft, you were a character that ran around.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a few of those that I got into for a little while, but
Yeah, so like that where you build the city.
yeah, and you
that-
have to have like
that's an
mining
RTS.
operations going on.
Yeah, that's a real time strategy game. So
Yeah.
that and dang it, Space StarCraft.
And those are kind of cool. You know, I get into them a little bit, but the ones that I really get into are the first person shooters and the simulators and that sort of thing.
Right. We have another comment here.
Who is this? Oh, that's Ross Stachow. Hey guys, hope you're staying warm.
Rose Stachow. Rose Stachow.
Yeah.
What up, Rose?
Ella es mi madre.
So, no, that's awesome. So, I'm pretty much the best at all of them.
I know.
All video games.
Yeah, I've gotten games with you before.
I get very dedicated.
Yes, you do.
I have to figure out exactly how it works. I play it, and then once I figure it all out, then I'm like, okay, I got it.
Right, and then you're not afraid to spend some money on it either if you have to.
Got it.
Like, what was that one, Black Desert Online
Black
that we
Desert?
played? Holy crap.
Yeah.
I would get in there with you and all your friends, and I just, man the cannon or something.
Hey, dude, get in the watcha.
Yeah, because if I get out of the watcha, then I'm dead.
You're going to die in 1 second.
Yeah.
And all my buddies are like top tier, top level,
Right.
top best gear in the game. Yeah, that was awesome.
I even ponied up and spent like $40 on this full suit of armor and everything. And still got my butt kicked. Yeah, that was crazy.
What's funny is, so a couple of those people from Black Desert,
Yeah.
I still, play games with today.
Oh,
And
yeah.
a couple of them might be on this this live stream. Hopefully
Yeah.
they jump in and say hi.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. But yeah, so it's just a different style of gaming that I've evolved to like. But I did like the Black Desert thing. That's just kind of a free-for-all, do whatever the heck you want to do kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that too.
You can go this
So
way, you can go that way.
You
There's
can
no,
be a warrior or a farmer.
There's no out of bounds.
You want to go pick
areas.
flowers, whatever.
Go pick flowers.
Yeah.
And then you make potions out of those
Yeah.
flowers and sell those potions. Dude, some of the games get super elite with that. Like if you get awesome at picking flowers and making potions, you sell those, and all of a sudden you're now a land baron.
DP said, "Wow is awesome."
No, WoW is awesome. World of Warcraft,
Oh, World of Warcraft, is that what she's talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Christian.
Yeah, she gets
Going
mad
on?
whenever we'll start playing a game, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done with this, and she's like, damn it, Tony. Why are you done? You get me into something, and then you're done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's
But that's cool. I mean, I like all the styles, but
Yeah, you need to try out League of Legends with this.
I can try it out. Yeah,
I mean, it's a free. You just download
Yeah.
it and give it a whirl, and if you suck at it, which you will suck for the first.
you got to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the first time you flew an airplane in there.
Right.
I'm sure you sucked at it.
Yeah, I crashed a few times.
Crashed a few times. Couldn't get it off the.
Couldn't get off the runway.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you jump in a big 747 for the first time without reading up on anything,
Yeah.
good luck getting it off the runway.
Yeah.
You'll just crash at the end of the runway. Those things are a lot more complicated than you think, and the flight simulator is pretty real world accurate. So,
Yeah.
So you can't.
It's a simulator.
You can't wing it.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon my pun. Wing it. Yeah.
Oh, was that Christian?
Yeah, Christian jumped
What
in.
up, Christian? All right, so
DP said, "What did you guys do today?" Well,
What did we do today?
we got a new tent from
Reactive Outdoors.
Reactive Outdoors, and we we're gonna have to get back with him later. So we were playing around with that, making some videos with the new tent. I actually have it set up over here. I'm gonna spend the next couple of nights in it and give it a thorough testing out and see how it performs.
Yeah, and we're making a video on that. So
Right.
we cut the video today. Excuse me, we filmed the video today. Like Steve just said, sleep in it for a couple days,
Yeah.
and then
See how it does.
yeah. But that company's awesome. We wrote them and said, hey, we did a video for you previously.
Well, they
but
reached out to us, didn't they? The first
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
They reached out to us
Yeah.
and said, hey, like your videos, can you guys make us a video? And then on this one, you reached out to them. You saw that they
I
had
saw it on
another
Facebook.
style, a bigger
A
one.
bigger cabin tent. Yeah.
And Steve's been having problems.
Right.
So when we went up to Taos, Steve was like, so he uses this pop-up tent that we've both been using one like that for the last year or so. And Steve's been opening the tent, and you have to literally crawl inside of it because the top of it is like, what, this big, Steve? About this tall.
It's about waist high. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to get on your hands and knees to get into it. It's an awesome tent. It's
Love
a
it,
double
love
wall
it.
tent.
Yeah.
It pops up in 2 seconds. You've got enough for 6 people in there, but you got to get on your knees to get in there. And
Yeah.
at the end of the trip, he was like,
I'm
I don't
getting too
wanna-
old for this, man.
my stuff's at the other end of it. So he started grabbing the other side of it, dumping it
dumping
upside
my
down,
stuff out of the tent.
basically picking up a 6-man tent to dump the stuff out the front door because he didn't want
I didn't want to crawl up in there.
crawl up in there. So That was perfect. So he reached out to Reactive Outdoors and said, hey, we did a previous video for you guys.
That was the 3-sex tent.
The 3-sex tent. I want
Great
this,
tent too.
this
Love
5-sex cabin.
This is a 5-sex cabin tent. And like I said, I just saw it on Facebook, and
they just said, yep.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we did your 3-sex tent, and very interested in the 5-sex one, and they were like, oh, here you go, and sent it on out and said, let us know when the video's ready, and I was like, okay, cool. So we've been working on that today.
And also,
yeah, also your other thing that you were.
Yeah, doing. I had to get this one. We actually, just to let you guys in on a couple of the future videos, but one of them's we've got a self-inflating like couch or love seat, inflatable. Just one sec. Inflatable couch or love seat, and Aragogo sent that to us. So that's a video we've got to film tomorrow. I wanted to film it today, but
ran out of daylight.
I also wanted to eat.
Yeah.
And so the video we filmed today for me was how to go camping on a ketogenic diet.
Keto, yeah.
So,
which I think a lot of people might enjoy that information, because that's can be tricky sometimes.
Well, and a lot of like the buns and stuff. Like I didn't know we're out there.
Right.
And I found those out. So did somebody say something?
Yes, we have Patrick Stevens just joined.
What up, Patrick Stevens?
It said, hi, Beast Mode. Awesome big man chair.
Thanks, brother. Patrick Stevens, is that the dude from Star Trek?
Picard? Jean-Luc?
Yeah, Picard. Yeah, Patrick Stevens. No, it's Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome to the channel, brother. Yeah, man. This chair's greatness, Steve.
Well, you got it initially for Alien, but he didn't like it.
Well, he got up here, but he's only been out here once.
Yeah.
We need to get you one of these, man.
Yeah, we can both sit up.
Yeah.
Make the fire look real small. Then we have to build a bigger fire.
Yeah.
You come out here and everything is oversized.
Yeah, and we have a bonfire. We generally have bonfires anyway. So,
yeah.
What were we just talking about? Oh, the keto. So, yeah, so we've got the 5-sex tent, the keto, basically how to go camping on keto. Now, this is not a clean keto. It's more of a dirty keto.
I like your term, dirty keto.
Dirty keto, yeah. And that's so, like, if I was at the house, again, with the avocados,
right,
broccoli, more leafy greens and stuff. But when you go camping, you kind of need, you know, more camp food.
Well, and that's kind of what I was telling you.
Greasy food.
That was kind of what I was telling you is if that's your cheat day, then you're doing really good. Because the dirty keto, you know, you're calling it, it's not real clean, but it's a little bit like cheating.
You can get fats from better sources than sausage.
So yeah, if you're calling that your cheat day, then I'd say you're doing really good.
But still maintaining ketosis.
Staying in ketosis, yeah.
And that's the whole point. Is your friends invite you to go out camping. You're a big gym rat, or you're just trying to lose weight for some reason, or for some reason you just don't like those carbs and all the negative effects that a lot of carbs have on you.
Right. Then
this is going to be a great video for you. So stick around. Yeah. And then what else? So we've got tomorrow. Dana asked what we were doing today, so that's kind of what we did today.
Yeah,
quite a few hours in filming,
mm-hmm.
And then had to figure out this solution. So we actually had to figure out the batteries and stuff because our generator just stopped working. So we're gonna have to figure that out before next time.
Generator repairman out there, because it's been sitting for a few months and it just doesn't want to crank back up. It worked like a charm last time we used it. And I'm thinking it's just not pulling fuel through or something. Yeah. Got to figure out how to get it primed up.
So, what else we got?
We did a Halloween special not too long ago, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, so you guys that are just joining, we're just talking about some of the things we've been doing in the recent past.
Christian, yeah, we did. Go back and look. It's in the playlist.
It just read it out. What did Christian?
Christian was asking if we're going to do a Christmas special. Last year last year we did it at the end. So
no, I'm just.
He hasn't been looking. Yeah,
Christian, you better be looking.
If you look in there, the last 12 videos or so. Yeah, the last 12 videos is the 12 days of Christmas. So if you want to get in there and check those out.
Yeah. No, and that's kind of what we started off with. So. And for those of you that are just joining, yeah, we got 12 Days of Christmas, and then the Halloween special. Now, I can't tell you guys how fun it was
That was great.
making that.
And I love doing the little surprise ending thing with the 3 different. Even though that didn't quite, for some people it's not working out. It seems like.
Well, I think so. What happens if you're not on YouTube? So if you do a search, say Halloween in Google, and our video comes up, and you watch it through Google, it won't show you the ending.
You have to actually be in Google.
No, you have to be in YouTube.
Or I'm sorry, in YouTube, and do you have to be logged in?
I think you might have to.
Yeah.
You might have to be logged in. So that kind of stunk, but basically what we did was we created a Halloween choose your own adventure.
Right.
And I would like to explore more of those in the future, because
Right.
that more cinematic approach and everything, I loved it. But
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, so if you haven't seen our Halloween special, I put in a ton of, well, we both did, put in a ton of work to make that, but had a ton of fun doing that. Benjamin came out with us.
Yeah,
Benjamin not only helped us, he helped us film.
he helped. He was a cameraman, grip, lighting
He was
man.
a grip.
Yeah.
He
came up with some good ideas while we
he
were
was one of
doing
the
it.
actors.
He was an actor.
He was one of the monsters.
Yeah.
In there.
So he just kind
that
of
was awesome.
He wore all the hats on that one.
Yeah, and shame on me during the editing. I didn't go back and say thanks to
credits
Benjamin.
or
Like put in
something?
credits.
Yeah.
I probably should have added credits.
When we
'cause
do
it was
videos
more-
like that, we probably should.
it was
do
more
yeah.
cinematic.
Right. Yeah.
But generally, it's just you and me. So
Right.
we get another comment here.
That's just Christian. He said, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
Yeah, he was didn't realize we already did them. Last year we did them right before Christmas. This year we went ahead and put them out at the beginning of December to give people more time to enjoy them.
Yeah, and the
During the
thought
Christmas
process
season.
on that is, so same thing. Last Halloween, you know, we spent a lot of time putting these videos together, both filming and editing, and basically
Right.
the whole production process, right?
Yeah.
And so we put them out, and like on Halloween, we put it on on Halloween.
Right. And when
Probably
Halloween's
a-
over, the
probably a stupid, dumb decision.
Right.
But it was our first Halloween special.
right, but the next day nobody cares about Halloween
Nobody's
anymore.
looking up. They're looking up Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
So we decided to do them as early as possible. So next year we will have Halloween on October 1st.
Well, actually, I think didn't we say we were going to follow the retail trends?
Hey,
So as soon as you start seeing Halloween stuff in the stores, go ahead and put it out
Home
there.
Depot is putting out Halloween stuff probably in September.
So maybe put it out late September, actually.
Yeah, September 11th.
Yeah.
September 10th. Yeah.
Because once that comes out, people are starting to think about Halloween.
Yeah, and then so same thing with Christmas. So we tried for
December 1st through 12th.
we put that as a goal, and we hit that goal.
Yeah,
So
barely.
we put out.
I was editing videos on my little laptop in all corners of the planet.
That's funny.
Mm.
And so we've got. Why don't we take a quick break? I've been just traveling nonstop, and get us one of these cherries.
Oh, do we need a cherry? Oh, I needed to get that spoon.
Man, you just
I
let
know.
me down, boy.
I need to get this. I'm trying
Get
to.
out your knee warmers and go get this.
I'm trying to think of what I did with the spoon. Is it in there?
I don't know.
Oh, I know exactly where it's
There are
at.
other spoons. It doesn't have to be the long spoon.
I know exactly where it's at.
But
Oh no, momento.
And so what I meant by that is, if you guys have been here at all, we've got the old smoky moonshine cherries,
Moonshine cherries.
and we need a few of these. In fact, some of you guys need some of these too. So if you ever need a moonshine cherry, let me know. I'm gonna see if I can hop down here without ending up in the fire. Yeah, what do we got here? Keep that right here.
Alrighty.
Look at that. It's not too much of a delay here.
Look at it. You gotta look at it. Love this thing. Titanium.
That's titanium. That's like bulletproof.
Yeah.
Oh, so Christian changed his name to CDS Wild?
Yeah.
Okay. That's wild.
Man, it's all sticky down
Here,
there.
give me that. Dude, I knew you had it in you, Steve.
Where do you want your cherry?
I'll just right here.
Bend
man.
over.
What? Dana's about to say something there. One for me.
We're almost out.
Well,
There's about a dozen or so left in here.
I have to
Let's
order
go
some
back
more.
up to that little store. Because we got them at that little store right up
You
the
just go
road.
straight.
Yeah.
Literally, you go straight down this road.
That's the little mom and pa liquor store with their kids sitting behind the counter.
So,
Woo!
love those things.
Damn.
So Nick Smith is texting you, but not in here. I think you need to text him back and say, "Get your butt."
Yeah, get in the lab. I'll talk to you
Why are
there.
you not in our live?
Because he's probably working on his boat.
Hey,
Oh, he just sent a video.
you need to take a break.
He sent a video of his motor mounted on the back of the boat.
Yeah, you need to text him and say, "Get in our live." Boy. What's wrong with you? Look at DP all playing video games. She's up there.
Have you heard about the new Godzilla movie?
Godzilla movie or Godzilla TV show?
Movie, I think. Oh, and maybe it is a TV. The one that's in
talking about
Chinese
Monarch?
or the one that's in Japanese.
No, Monarch is in English.
This one I think is come out in Japan.
Have you heard about the new Godzilla?
We were looking at the preview the other day, and it looked like it's all in Japanese.
I
like
know
they-
you're here, babe. I called it out that you're doing other things, but you made it. So I don't know. I'll need to. I have seen Godzilla coming up, but I didn't know it was a new one.
It looks like it's
Because it literally just says Godzilla. It doesn't say 2023. It doesn't say.
no. This
anything.
one said Godzilla 1 or something. Ask
Hey, what up, mother truckers?
Christian, what was the name of it? It was like Godzilla 1 or number 1 or the 1 or something like that.
All right.
I don't know, but it looked to me like it came out in Japan and everybody was talking in Japanese, like, so we would need subtitles or overdubs or
Right.
something.
Have you seen Monarch?
No, I have not.
Okay, so hold on real quick. So Beetlejuice babies, what up? Also better known as Carlos. But so Monarch is the new
Like a series?
the new series. Yeah, they're on like episode 5 or 6 or something.
Oh, really? I might have to check that out. I
Yeah,
bet Christian might
it
like
is-
that too.
It is awesome.
Have to check that out, Christian.
I think that's on Apple TV.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Well-
he said it's Godzilla -1.
-1. Yeah. It's kind of a weird name.
Yeah.
Godzilla -1.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know why it's named that. It didn't really allude to it in the preview. But it looked like it was sort of an origin story. Kind of back to the beginning. Kind of like maybe the original Godzilla.
That's weird because Monarch, it's called Monarch: The Legend of Godzilla, or Monarch the something. It's basically saying there's a company, right, and it's going after monsters,
Right.
not just Godzilla. It's
All the
monsters.
other ones too, because there was a lot of titans, they call them.
Yeah, in one episode, all they showed was all this destruction, cities falling and stuff. But one lady said it was a very obscure comment. Like in the background, she was like, "What if Godzilla would have lost?" Or she said, "What if he would have lost?"
Right.
Like, so he was obviously fighting something, but it didn't show what he's fighting yet.
Oh, you mean at the very beginning?
No, it's like it's in like episode 3 or something like that, and they're just like, she just goes, "What if he would have lost?" And you're like, "What? Oh, so he was fighting something. He wasn't attacking the city.
He was fighting something else.
He was fighting something."
Well, that's usually the way it goes, isn't it? He's fighting something that's
Yeah, but they never
dis-
showed that.
the destruction and the aftermath is all just a product of them.
Well, that's the same with Batman and Superman
Yeah.
and everything, because they're like, they tore up our city fighting each
Right.
other. Oh, who's the bad guy? Hey,
Right.
If Superman goes
Hey,
to
you're gonna pay for that,
if Superman goes to laser somebody, but he kills somebody,
right. Or cuts a building in half or something.
Yeah. That's funny.
That was like that movie with Will Smith. What was it called? Where he was a superhero, but he was drunk all the time. God, what was it called?
Oh, that was such a great movie.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
And he had a counterpart, and once they came together, like
Yeah,
bad
his
things happened.
wife or whatever.
Yeah.
They lost their powers and became mortal when they came together.
They got weak.
They just lost their powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the creator. That it turned out the creator had created him to have a partner, but that was the way that they would become mortal and die. Otherwise, if they weren't near their partner, they would live forever and be superheroes.
Right. Now, Beetlejuice Baby says, Godzilla boohoo, everyone likes King Kong. No, sorry. King Kong literally is an overgrown ape. Godzilla can... So all these buildings that King Kong climbs on, right?
He swats them down with his tail.
Swats the planes away while he's climbing up there. Godzilla just knocks over those buildings, and he shoots electricity and fire, and
he even has like the mega blast when all those little spines come up and he just goes takes out everything.
He consumes atomic nuclear energy.
That's right.
So if they try to hit him with something,
he just make him stronger. Yeah. In fact, they did that in one of the movies. He was injured and down in the
he was
ocean,
dying from something else,
and they took a bomb down there to revive him.
And he just, oh, thanks.
Hey, thanks, I needed that.
Yeah.
Like an energy boost.
Yeah. And I think in King Kong versus Godzilla, at the end, Kong let him know, or Godzilla absolutely let him know who was boss. Kong almost died, and Godzilla walked away, just like gave him a side eye, like
kind of like, yeah, you know.
I know you're not trying to hurt these people, so we're cool. I'm gonna go ahead and walk off. Yeah.
That's funny. He's just an overgrown gorilla.
No, so does she said King Kong actually has emotions, but so does Godzilla.
It's like they know what's up.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, man, this is getting hot. Woo. I wonder if my pad's gonna catch on fire here.
Nah, it's gotta be
no, it's good.
It's gotta be 451 degrees Fahrenheit for that to catch on fire.
Is that a technical number there? Are you sure about that?
1,000,000%.
Okay.
And I've got to ask, how are you not sure of that?
Because I just don't remember. I missed.
You never read the book Fahrenheit 451?
Oh, okay.
They all burnt their books. They caught.
I never saw it or read it. No, isn't there a movie about that too?
There might be a new movie, but we all had to read that during high
But
school.
no, as soon as you said that 451 Fahrenheit, yeah, that's because that's the
Fahrenheit
combustion.
451 was
the combustion temperature
of paper.
Of paper?
Yeah.
Specifically paper?
Might be wood as well.
Okay.
But
well,
definitely
paper's
paper.
wood.
Because
that would make sense.
They burned all the books.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, you know what? I'll remember that from now on.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that now.
Like you can put your paper in the oven at 400 degrees and it won't burn.
Right, but if you put it at 480,
it'll catch on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it'll just turn brown and stuff. And
very interesting.
That's why. Also, probably the other reason why that box. Well, no, because that's probably getting like 700 degrees. It just doesn't have oxygen, so it can't burn it.
Oh, you're talking about the making char cloth.
Char cloth.
Yeah, you get it above combustion, but you deprive it of oxygen, so it's
still just gonna turn black and everything.
Yeah, and it gets very brittle. It'll break apart if you're not careful with it, but it'll catch a spark real easy, and it's good fire starting material. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna start making some shorts. Tell me what you guys think about this.
Yeah, I'd love to know what people think about that.
So, what? So. Carlos said, Alien ate my dinner. Alien, as you guys know, is my dog. And she said she had sushi. What is he doing eating sushi?
What? Who is Carlos?
Carly.
Oh, Carly. I thought you said Carlos.
I did. I call her Carly.
Oh, okay. Alien ate her dinner. Hey, you can't walk away from it, man.
No, but it was sushi.
He likes sushi, man.
I guess so. Well, I bet what it is. So when I'm at the house, I'm giving him all sorts of.
Sure, you feed him everything you eat.
Anything I eat, he gets something.
Right.
If I get a burger, he gets a burger.
Yeah.
My guess is he's probably starving at the house right now.
Because you're not there.
I've been away a few days.
He's like, oh, where's my sushi? That's funny. All right, I need another drink. Mine's got a hole in it.
Christian said there's a Godzilla ride at Universal Studios Japan. That's cool.
Yeah, how come we don't get one here?
And I guess that Universal in Frisco went belly up or something.
Oh, they're not doing it?
I heard some. I haven't fact checked it, but I heard about that. And then, oh, Beetlejuice Baby said there's a ride here. There's a King Kong ride here. Sorry.
Here?
Yeah, where's here? Where's the King Kong ride? In Florida?
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice Babies.
Who's Beetlejuice Baby?
Carlos.
Oh. She said here, though.
Yeah, she said here. I need to understand where here is. No, she said Florida. Yeah.
Oh, in Florida. Okay.
But you guys just got
She meant
back?
here in America.
You guys just got. Oh, you guys didn't go to Universal.
No, we went to Disney.
You just went to Disney.
We didn't go to Universal. That's a separate. Yeah, they're not part of Disney. I've been there one
Isn't it
time.
super close?
Yeah, it's right next door.
Well,
We went-
I would have went and knocked on the neighbor's house.
We did one time because my boss at the time told me that if I went down there, then I was crazy if I didn't go to do the Spider-Man ride because it was that good. And it's
Did you go?
Yeah. So there was a morning when
I heard Universal blows Disney out of the water. No,
it had a lot of good
it's
stuff.
good, but it's not.
It's smaller, but they put a lot more bang into a smaller area.
But Disney has more.
Disney has so much more and just as much bang just spread out over a bigger area.
Okay.
So there's a more fluff at Disney, I guess you might say. But there was a morning when the girls were taking all the little girls to the Bippity Boppity Boutique to get made up to be like a princess. So me and Nick were like, nah, we don't want no part of that. So I was like, all right, you guys do that. We got up that morning and got in a car and drove over to Universal
Oh, did you really?
and went on the Spider-Man ride.
Wait, so this last trip?
No, this was back when they were little.
Oh, okay. Bippity boppity.
Yeah,
Okay.
this was probably back in 2005 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys are rich. They go every year
No, we don't.
to
No, that was literally probably the last time we went, and that was 2005. So it's probably been 10 or 15 years.
Dude,
since
the
we
last
went.
time I went, I wasn't even born yet.
No, actually, the last time we went was with Christian.
I've
Yeah,
never
right. Yeah. But no, I was I was glad we went because yeah, that ride was off the chain.
Was it really?
It was off the chain.
Wow, cool.
I actually, and think about how long ago that was.
Yeah.
I actually think it was better than the new Star Wars thing that they put out. The Star Wars is just different because it's trackless and all that.
Was
and
it
was
awesome?
great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But dude, back that long ago, that Spider-Man thing, they put you through the ringer so many different ways that it was just, and it was 3D with the glasses, but you couldn't see the screens because they were concealed so well. And
That's crazy.
it was just, they blew fire in your face.
What did?
The-
Star Wars?
No, I'm talking about the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I'm just saying it was so much more immersive. Well, I don't know. I guess the Star Wars one was pretty immersive too.
Christian said they're replacing the Tower of Terror with Doofenshmirtz Droppinator.
Droppinator. Oh, they're just going to rebrand it.
Doofenshmirtz Droppinator?
I guess that's another. That sounds like it's going to be the same ride. They're just going to rebrand it to be a different. Whoever's paying the bills that day, you know. Like
I heard there was an amazing Twilight Zone ride there.
that's it.
Oh, that was it?
It's the Tower of Terror.
Oh, it was Twilight Zone themed.
When
and
you
now it's gonna be.
when you go through it in the line, you stand in line and they actually play. The little guy stands up and he just goes, "Imagine if you will." You know, and
You
it's
saw
like,
my Imagine If You Will on the Halloween
yeah.
thing.
And he goes through this
Dude,
story.
that's my all-time favorite
Yeah.
show.
He
is
tells
Twilight
the
Zone.
little story of this family getting in the
Did
elevator.
it look like Rod Serling?
Yeah.
Or someone else?
Yeah, and they get in the elevator,
do
and
that?
lightning strikes, and the tower drops, and like the elevator drops, and they all die, and so that's kind of the premise of the ride. And then you get in the elevator, and you go on the ride. But when it goes up, it goes through this room, and it's all you see the clock spinning, and the stars, and all that. It's very Twilight Zone oriented.
That's awesome. But I wonder if they filmed something back then, or if they did a deep fake to make it look like him.
It may not have been him. I don't really remember. It may have been just a different person, but it was the same. Everything was the same.
Same tone. and
Yeah,
everything.
same tone, all that stuff.
Hey, DP, real quick, you need to take a look at chat. Someone's trying to start some drama. Carlos, you need to stop drama.
What?
Nothing. She knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing.
I'm out here camping, trying to relieve stress.
Right. No stress allowed.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it sounds like they're going to rebrand it. They do that with all the stuff at Six Flags all the time. Like
Do they really?
remember that? I remember when I was little, it was the Spelunker Cave.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Oh, you've never been to Six Flags?
Oh, Six Flags, yeah. Texas?
Remember the Spelunker Cave? It's the one where you just
Oh,
it's
the
a
one
little
you get in a little
boat
it's
ride.
like little kids.
Yeah, a little boat. And you
Yeah.
go through, and there's all the little the little long nose things. You know. Well, they rebranded it to be Looney Tunes, and it had
Really?
yeah.
See, the last time I went to
I think they actually branded it back.
Six Flags, I think. Do you remember the Texas Giant?
Yeah.
The big giant.
It's
kinda
still there.
Rickety. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, it's like one of
So-
the biggest wooden roller coasters in the
Yeah,
country. I
well,
think.
for whatever reason, the day I went, there were no lines.
Oh wow,
So I rode it like 18 times.
and that's a long ride too.
And after that, I thought my back was going to kill me.
Yeah, it'll beat you up.
Yeah, because that thing literally, but I rode it so many times. And the next day I was like, why did I do that?
I know, man. After the first time, I'm like, God, I never want to ride that thing again. It's fun, but yeah, it's so rough, man.
It's jerky, boom!
yeah.
And you're hitting your back, it's going, kang,
and when you
kang,
go over
kang,
the
kang.
bumps, it's like,
Yeah, but it's like they did it on purpose. They're like, hey, we can make this really smooth. No,
Right.
no, go ahead and give it a 4-foot step up there. Bonk.
No, I think that's just wooden roller coasters are just that way. I've had some that were a little better, but honestly, I don't think they were as long or as fast. It's just because they've got it ramped up to go so fast. Wooden roller coasters are rough. In contrast, though, when we went just this last time to there, I rode the smoothest steel roller coaster I've ever seen. I mean, it was like you were floating on air.
Hey, one of those, I think it was Mr. Freeze. Is that?
Mr. Freeze?
That's at ours.
Yeah.
I almost passed out.
What?
Because you know how it does all this stuff and then it goes up
Yeah.
and then it does the same stuff backwards.
Yeah.
Well, it went up and I remember going, I'm coming out. Here I go. And it started going backwards. I
Did
made
you
it
hold
through
your
the
breath
ride.
or something?
I made it through the ride, but I remember going, I'm about to, this is it. This is the end.
You were probably holding your breath.
I
found
just remember it was throwing me around and stuff.
Yeah.
That was
But yeah,
crazy.
they have one now at Epcot Center that's themed after the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Smoothest damn coaster I've ever seen. I mean, it was just, it was like you were floating on air. It was crazy. I've never felt a coaster that. And we even went on other brand new coasters that were steel, and they weren't as smooth.
Wow.
For some reason, the way they got this one set up is just, the cars would turn like this. It's like a regular roller coaster, but each car could turn around. So maybe it had something to do with that turning mechanism, cushioning it more. So smooth. I was blown away.
Weird.
It's like never rode a roller coaster that smooth before. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Very good ride though. We rode it like 3 times.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Which was incredible because it was impossible to ride because of the lines. And somehow we got on it 3 times.
Someone let you through the back door?
Someone let us through the back door one time, right when we
That
got
was the
off,
one you were
because
telling
they
me?
liked Hannah's shirt. She had the Groot shirt on. He's like, I like your shirt. You want to ride again? We're like, sure.
Funny.
So he put us right back at the front of the line.
You're like, hey, what about my shirt?
Hey, man, I'm wearing a freaking Miller Lite shirt. What, you don't like Miller Lite?
Christian said, or excuse me, CDS Wild said, they're also making the largest roller coaster in the world in Hollywood Studios Disney. They said it will be similar to Rockin' Roller Coaster.
Ooh,
I don't know anything about that.
he knows about that. I tricked him into getting on that when he was
What,
real little.
is that a scary one?
He came off crying and he was like, no. And then I couldn't even get him on Tower of Terror after that. I was like, it's not bad. He's like, I don't believe you.
That's a good dad right
Yeah.
there. Come on, come on. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
believe you.
man, he's making a man out of you at a young age.
He
That's
did not
good.
like that one, man. It's one of those that
You
takes
got to
off.
conquer your fears.
It takes off real fast right at the beginning, like one of those magnetic launch
I've never been
things.
on one. Want to try it?
You said Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze does it like that.
Oh, is it?
It's sitting still and it just goes. It just
Oh, is that
shoots
why
you
I
out.
almost passed out?
Maybe. Because it takes off
Hey,
fast.
dude, so
It'll
speaking
take
of-
your breath away. Yeah.
So I was going go-karting in I don't remember which town I was in. I was in some city for work one day, and we had as a team went out to one of those super fast go-kart places.
Oh yeah.
They make you wear a helmet and everything.
Yeah.
Well, the bad thing is when you're going around those turns and everything at that speed, you start breathing heavy.
To wear you out. It's like a workout. Yeah.
It is a workout,
Yeah.
but not only that, that breathing makes you fog up and crash straight into a wall.
So now you can't see where you go.
I ran, I don't know, 30, 50 miles an hour straight into
Oh
a
damn.
bonk.
They're like, get that guy out of here. Can't drive.
Christian said, "I hate you."
He was not happy with me. Well, because we had rode.
I think he was talking about me. That's how you make a man out of you.
I was right. I
Your
was
life
working
is
him
only
up.
as hard as the hardest thing you've ever done.
Right. See, the thing was, the reason he said that, I worked him up because I took him on that train where it's
Just like the little beep,
roller
beep,
coaster.
beep.
No, it was pretty good, but not nearly
Hey,
as bad.
this one's not bad.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
We gotta jump off a building,
Yeah.
bungee. Oh, you're not bungee, dude.
But then I got him to go on Space Mountain, and I said, this really isn't as bad or as any worse than the last one. It's just in the dark. So the dark.
Dude, I haven't. Space Mountain. I
Yeah.
did that when I was like 8 in California. That's
It's still
crazy.
there. However, they have
don't remember
redone the
it, but-
coaster.
They what?
They redid the coaster.
I don't remember.
This last time we went, I could very.
I remember like part of it was
Notice it.
indoors.
All of it is. It's a pitch black roller coaster. You can't see shit in there.
How fun? How is that then? I remember like
It's
there were
fun.
red parts, like molten lava.
There's
type
a few
stuff.
little areas where there's a little bit of light and stuff, little effects and things.
But
for
it's super dark.
But for the most part, it's dark. You can't see when there's a turn coming, so it'll kind of catch you off guard. And
That's super
stuff
weird.
like
Why
that.
would you
So
do that?
it's a fun ride. It's really good, and it's even better now.
Are you
that
saying
they-
it's in Florida as well?
Yeah.
But they have it in California? Because
I don't know. I've never been to California.
Oh. I would have had to have ridden it in California, but I remember Magic Mountain. Magic Mountain? Space Mountain. I don't know. One of those.
Space Mountain.
I remember
is-
it being dark.
Space Mountain was one of the original rides when they first built Disney. It was like one of the main big rides when they first built it. It just looks like a big white pyramid looking round, but it's round like a cone.
Right.
But it's a great ride. But I got him to go on that. I said, it's not any worse than that one. It's just in the dark, so you can't see where you're going. And he didn't really like that. And then we were going on Rock and Roller Coaster, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of like Space Mountain. I had to tell him it did 0 to 80 in like a second and a half. He about crapped his pants, dude.
You're like, I don't remember it being this one.
Space Mountain wasn't like this. He lied to me.
Hey, Christian. Use your hate.
Yeah,
He said, I hate you.
right.
Use your hate. That's a Sith popping out.
Right, that's the Sith coming out of you.
All right, what else we
Your
got?
hate makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Oh, good times though, man. That was
The
fun.
hate is strong with this
So,
one.
so anyway, when we went back, he said he didn't remember
Hey, you
going.
got your light on, by the way.
Oh, he said he didn't remember going on to Disney because he was younger, but he freaking remembered that, and he wouldn't
one
go.
ride?
He wouldn't go on it. He's like, "Nah, I'm not going on that one again."
That's funny. Hey, I think it's time for an intermission for another cherry.
Do we need another cherry?
I think so.
Man, them cherries will put some hair on their cherries.
They will.
Ugh.
They make you less of a Sith, more of a Jedi.
They put on your happy face.
Ah,
Oh, that one's broken. You need a good one.
you take a good one and a bad one. Oh, you just won this time, huh? Thank you. Man, if you guys haven't had these moonshine cherries, boy. Hey, dude, I dare you to take a capful of that sauce. The sauce that they're digging in.
Yeah, you want me to barf all over the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? You're not gonna do it?
Hell no.
Boy, man, I used to party with some cool people
Ah,
back in the day.
I used to party with some cool people. Man, I don't do straight alcohol. Makes me an unruly boy.
He doesn't know how to take it.
I can't, man. I'll barf all over the place. Wow. Anyway, that was some fun stuff. But back to Universal. When we did go for Spider-Man, that was just one ride. And we had the whole morning, so we went ahead and hit some of the other stuff. We did most of the good stuff before lunch.
Wait.
At
You're
Universal.
saying?
When I went there,
At Universal.
when I went there with Nick to
So
go,
is the park not that big?
it's very small. It's like a little lake in the middle.
So it's
and
like
a
Six
loop around
Flags ish.
there. Man, I don't know. Six Flags might be bigger.
Oh wow.
It's, I don't know. Maybe not, but there's a lot of stuff packed into this small area.
Wow.
It's
Compared
dense.
to.
Yeah, it is a dense park. It's like, it's very small, but they got a ton of stuff in there. That's where that Jurassic Park ride is. I think they put the Harry Potter motorcycle coaster in there.
Okay.
They had like those live action shows where they flooded the whole place, and a lot of cool stuff in there. They do have one big roller coaster. Nick was too young though. I couldn't get him to do it. But yeah, just a ton of good stuff. But I think that Spider-Man was like dude, it was off the hook, dude.
Okay.
They made you feel like Doc Ock picked you up and carried you to the top of a skyscraper while he's fighting with Spider-Man.
It made you feel that way?
And then dropped you.
Everybody or
The whole car.
wow.
That's what it felt like. And then at some point during the fight, they dropped
So like
you.
they're like doing
you fall.
they're making like the haptic feedback type stuff.
If any feedback you can think of.
It made you
wind,
feel that way.
Smoke,
What?
fire, 3D effects, the walls. They
Like
dropped
warm-
you, and the walls are doing this.
And it made you feel like
And you feel like you're falling, and then Spider-Man grabs you in a web, and you go, and he catches you. I mean, it was off the hook.
that was
dude.
Universal?
It was crazy, yeah.
Wow.
It was. That's
But
why
is it all
you're in a
screens?
car. You're
It's
in
all
like
screens?
no. It's everything you can think of.
It's screens and
Literally, the
tracks and
set
stuff?
moves.
The set moves.
The set moves. There'll be hidden little screens.
But you're moving in a car too?
In a car, it moves around the set.
Wow.
It moves through the alleyways and stuff.
Wow.
Spider-Man jumps out and lands right on the hood of your car.
And it looks that way?
Yeah, you're sitting there
Like it looks
whoa.
like cartoon or it looks like
No,
this?
it looks like real Spider-Man.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
All right.
ridiculous. I mean,
Hey Steve, just looking over here at this thing, man, you need to get a bigger chair, dude.
really, I know I can barely see you up there.
You're a little bitty dude that down there, man.
But yeah, I don't want to go on too much about it, but it was phenomenal.
Okay.
It was just, that's why I say it might have even been better than the new Star Wars one. Just
Wow.
because of the way they pulled this stuff off.
Okay.
The Star Wars one is just epic, you know, it's just the big room with all the stormtroopers and full-size AT-ATs and
Badass.
all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. It's weird that you call it AT-AT.
I've gotten to where I used to call them AT-ATs, but
It's called an AT-AT.
I've always called it an AT-AT, but recently I've started calling them AT-ATs because there's so many other things that I've been talking about that you can't say like,
AT-BTs,
right, there's all these other things, and so I came back to AT-AT just because I was used to saying all these other
Yeah.
letters.
He
but-
just started watching Star Wars last week. So
yeah, right. Yeah, I was watching Star Wars before I could freaking sit up.
He's like,
straight.
hey, remember that little gremlin that taught him how to use the fork?
The fork. The little gremlin.
Hey, have you seen, speaking of that, have you seen the Seagulls video?
Yes. Seagulls, watch it now.
Seagulls poking my head.
Yeah.
That's such a great video.
Yeah.
All right, what else? What do we got on the list here? So we kind of talked about, I know there's one thing I do want to talk about with everyone.
We were going to talk about all the stuff we've done, like the trip we made to Pensacola.
That's the one I wanted to make sure that we got to. So I don't think people understand. So one of the things Steve and I do, so we go camping. A lot of times we come out here. This is a
A
chunk of
safe
land.
place.
This is definitely a safe place.
Yeah.
We've got fences. I mean, we got a lot of acreage here. We come in. I mean, there might be. We might see a deer. We might see some dogs on this land, but we can shoot guns. We can do whatever we want here.
We hear gunshots all around all the time.
Yeah, but when we travel, so one of the things we did last year, and we haven't made the video yet. I've got it on my plate, but we've been just pumping out so many different videos, and we kind of have to prioritize them, right?
We always say last year, but really it was this year. It was just last season.
Yeah, it was just we call it last season because
our seasons are
both of us enjoy camping when it's cold out.
Yeah.
The actual camping season is during the spring.
Yeah.
I just personally don't like camping in that because the flies,
Bugs, yeah.
I mean, you and I went to Taos,
Yeah.
and
The flies about killed me. God.
I literally said, Steve, I'm going in the tent. The good thing in Taos, we're on a mountain. The top temperature is 85 degrees. You go in your tent, it's 110 degrees.
Right.
But if you stayed outside,
You
I
eat
got
up by flies,
eaten up
yeah.
by horse flies. I felt like they were stinging me. Anyways, so we took a trip to Florida, and on the way there, we had plotted it out. We were going to stay on some BLM land.
Right. Which
So-
is Bureau of Land Management.
BLM
Supposedly you can squat there for 30 days or so.
24
28
days.
or something, 24, 28
Yeah.
days. And it's perfectly legal. Because it's owned by the government.
And you see a lot of these people, and generally it's in a national forest or national
Right.
something, and it's BLM land. You can camp there, no questions asked. You don't have to fill anything out. You just go and you can stay there. Don't stay for over a month.
Right.
basically,
You can't
right?
live there. You
Can't live there.
It's for camping. Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Short
stay
term.
there for 24 days, and then you have to move, I think it's 15 miles, and you can camp another 15 miles.
Right.
And that's easy to do.
And a lot of people are doing that nowadays.
Yeah, so Steve and I are like, okay, we're gonna go from here to Florida. On the way, there's this place in, I think, Mississippi, and we can go in these backwoods here, and we
Yeah.
can camp out. Boy, was that scary.
That didn't work out so well.
We're literally looking at, and there's all sorts of apps and stuff you can get, but you need to plot it out and say, okay, very few pictures, very few things to really help you guide your way along. And we've decided we're gonna stay in this one place. It's about 3/4 of the way to Pensacola.
It was
our
very-
final destination.
Very close, southeast of Hattiesburg,
Now the bad thing is,
off of 98.
we started going down this trail. And it turns into a dirt road. We
Yep.
take a couple lefts, take a left, take another left, and I'm like, this is literally the beginning of a horror movie.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie before.
I've seen this movie before.
So
yeah.
we start driving down this road, and the roads, right, we're in my four-wheel drive pickup truck. We're driving down this road, and at first it starts out, the trail is probably 20, 30 foot wide,
Yeah, it wasn't huge.
and it starts closing in.
Yeah.
And we're going in, and it's going down bigger and bigger dips and ups and downs. And there's trash
The
everywhere.
garbage, dude. Somebody's using that as a dumping area.
Literally using it as
Yeah.
like a
Mattresses, freaking
refrigerator.
garbage.
Literally, like they took
car
the entire
parts.
dump
Yeah.
truck bed and emptied it along this trail. And so at first we were like, okay, this is cool. And then we start seeing, well, there's a refrigerator and a whole bunch of stuff, like an entire bed, truck bed full of stuff on the side. And then
Yeah.
we go another 100 yards and see another thing that's exactly like that. And
Yeah,
then
just
some
a dumping
and some
area,
more.
yeah.
And the trail's getting smaller.
And there's just garbage
smaller.
all along the side of the trails in some areas too.
Yeah, and it's getting smaller and smaller. And I was at one point, and this is going to be in one of our future videos,
Yeah.
but as the trail is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I'm having to go slower and slower, and like now things are starting to hit my truck. I look at Steve, I was like, hey man, is this safe? Do you remember what you said to me?
It'll probably be all right or something
No,
like that.
no. He looked at me and he goes, I don't think anyone would hear you scream at me.
Yeah. Right.
Nobody would hear you
Nobody
scream.
would
and
hear
I was
you
like,
scream out here.
I look and it's thick, thick forest. We're in a national forest with garbage and like.
Oh, and don't forget,
Literally, hillbillies are
dumping their
just
shit out
dumping
here.
their
Yeah.
garbage
Yeah.
on this land where you're supposed to literally be able to drive a vehicle, pull off to the side, camp for a night, maybe split, maybe hang out for the next 24 days, whatever. But there was so much garbage. When you said that, you were like, no one would hear you scream out here. I was like, all right, maybe I don't want to stay here.
And don't forget, we were in a little bit of a rush because there was a massive thunderstorm barreling down on us.
Massive thunderstorm.
Massive thunderstorm.
Yeah, and so we had to make a decision. Are we staying?
Yeah, because if we stay in, we got to do it now because we're about to get hit hard.
If we're staying, we need to set up our camp.
Right.
But now, so the trail is getting thinner and thinner, and now the brush is actually hitting my truck as I'm driving over it, and I'm like, all right, so we can pull off, like, just kind of force our way into a place and set up camp. And I actually had that tightest back of my bed.
That you were going to try to set
tent.
up in the back of the
I
bed?
was just going to set it up in the back of the bed so it wouldn't take up any more real estate. But
I still had my...
When he said that, he was like, no one would hear you scream out here. I was like, I looked around and I was like, there's trash. And I'm like,
this place is habited by...
And I'm pretty sure I heard a banjo at that point. I heard
a banjo. Yeah. And I think the deciding factor for me is when we stopped and got out and started looking around, the freaking bugs and flies were already starting to hit. And I'm thinking, it's about to pour down.
Yeah.
And then when it stops, it's going to be wet and humid, and we're going to get bombarded.
These mosquitoes that are this big.
Yeah, we're going to get bombarded with bugs, man. I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is worth it.
Well, when you mentioned about the safety, I started, all right.
And that was a concern.
And I've seen so many videos where, not chauvinistic or anything, but women are by themselves in an area like that. And I'm like, how is that safe?
Right. Well, the thing, if it wasn't for all the garbage, it wouldn't have been so bad. But the fact that there was so much garbage there, it made me think people come here a lot.
A lot. It's not a trail less often traveled.
And guess what? It's illegal to dump your garbage.
That's what you kept saying. He was like, it's illegal to dump garbage. What else illegal are they willing to do?
Well, not only that, but what would they be willing to do if someone witnessed them dumping their garbage and doing something illegal? Are they going to want to, take care of that evidence, and just,
Yeah.
Are we going to end up in a freaking gunfight here in the middle of freaking backwoods Mississippi?
Okay. Yeah, I always keep my gun on me. But two things. So one of them, the Beetlejuice baby said, Randonautica video, please. I have no idea what that is. So
Randonautica.
Randonautica, one word. So if you could please elaborate. And the second is DP said, what in the world? Where did you get that chair? And I'm like, she's been on here for the last 2 hours.
She didn't notice that?
How did you just now notice this chair? Babe, this is my king's chair.
King's chair. He stole it from Alien.
This is my chair, boy.
Alien said, you may borrow my chair.
Right.
For some sushi.
I lost it.
That's funny.
Where did you get that chair?
But yeah, that was a very uncomfortable situation. And most of the time, when your gut is just telling you this is not good, it's probably not good.
The bad thing is my gut never said that until you said
Until I said nobody.
I was just like, hey.
Well, I'm just thinking,
right
dude.
here.
I'm just thinking, like, dude. Obviously, this is not a unused area. People are coming out here and breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
And Steve, and then later somebody passed Steve going 66 miles an hour.
No, that was a whole different trip.
No, I'm just saying
That
they were breaking the law.
But you know what? It was in that same spot though, right there along 98. It was right in that area when that happened. This is where I was at. But anyway, so we decided it was late too because we didn't plan on driving the whole way, so we left late. And we ended up just driving through. Yeah, we're not going to do this.
Yeah, we ended up in Florida that same night.
Yeah.
That's funny. So the chair makes you look like an elf.
An elf. Remember tell
I am the elf on the shelf.
Tell them what you were thinking about doing, but It wouldn't work. The perspective, the force perspective.
We're gonna do that later. Now, actually,
He's like, shh.
if you guys tune in tomorrow, I'm gonna be so much smaller.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so much smaller.
Because it'll be during the day.
Yeah.
So, by the way, tomorrow I am planning on doing another live during the day. I've got a bow I've got to make.
Yeah, that'll be cool. The compound bow.
Oh. So Carlos said. So originally she said, "Randonautica video, please." And I asked her what that was. She said the app that gives you coordinates that leads you to crimes. Did I tell you about that?
Ooh.
Did I tell you about that?
I'm
It sounds like I may not have. So there's an app, and Carlos told me about this thing. Basically, you pull it up on your phone, and it gives you random coordinates that are around you.
Okay.
Like GPS coordinates.
And you just
Go over here. You have to go over there. But they've led to multiple crime scenes.
So once you get there, then it tells you what you've stumbled upon?
No. Like it should just be a random coordinate. The app has no idea. The app literally just says go a mile this way, right? Because it's somewhere near where you are.
Right.
But go exactly to this point.
Uh-huh.
But people have went exactly to this point. One guy saw like 6 coffins.
Oh, you mean like they stumbled upon crime scenes?
Another guy saw like a dead body. Another guy saw like a hand or something. But it's supposed to be literally a random generated GPS
So
coordinate.
somehow they're linked with the cabal or something like that.
No, I don't know.
Know where the crimes are happening.
I'm thinking they give you a trail less traveled.
Mm-hmm.
You go there. It's less traveled, but it's been traveled.
Right. Okay,
Well,
yeah, that sounds cool. We'll
One
have
of
to
them
do
had
that.
like 6 coffins there.
We'll have to go camp out on one of those spots one of these days.
I'll do it.
We'll do it.
Unless it's a body dump. Actually, you got scared when we were driving in what's it called? Hey, man. They won't hear you scream out here.
Yeah. that was what that was my
No,
first thought.
we'll do that. So
I was like, we could totally get into a gunfight out here.
Randonautica.
Randonautica.
Okay.
We could get into a gunfight, be tortured and killed, and nobody would ever hear us scream.
Okay. So she said lead you to crime. So I think that was an accident. That some of those led them to crimes. But
That's interesting. I'd never heard of that. Okay.
yeah, so we'll do that definitely this year.
Yeah.
Good tip. And Carlos, keep hitting me up on that because we definitely need to do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool video.
Uh-oh. Your video says 20% here.
Yeah, it's.
Or your phone.
I had turned the.
Hold on. I'll go grab something for it real quick.
Well, I was about to say I could turn the brightness
No.
down.
I'll go grab something. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing. Well, to kind of elaborate on that Pensacola trip, that was just the trip down there. The whole reason that we were making that trip in the first place was to go visit my son and go camping on his sailboat on the beach. So that was the reason for the trip. We were stopping and doing the boondocking on the way down just as something else to do along the way. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, the camping trip along the way, he was in a pretty small sailboat at the time. It's called a Vanguard, and I'm pretty sure it's meant for one person to sail. So all the lines come in to one area to where one person can pretty much handle everything that needs to happen on the boat. There's no cabin on it. There's barely a place to sit. There's little to no room for storage or anything. And you've got 3 grown men with all of our junk piling onto this little bitty sailboat and trying to sail out. I don't know, how far do you think that was? About
So it literally pulled off the second I pulled the power out, even though this thing should have kept it up. I've got to keep that power in.
We'll put the power back in.
That's crazy. How is that even a thing?
How is that even a thing? When it gets cold outside like this, it affects the batteries.
They can't hear you.
Things don't charge, and then they lose their power real fast, and it's just a pain in the butt. So we got to keep our mics plugged in. He just unplugged it to try to hit the phone with it.
I thought it was going to be 100%.
I think it just doesn't charge because of the cold. It just doesn't charge good.
I thought it was going to be 100% because it's literally just been 100%.
I don't know. I'm no blinking no more.
Hey, at least Rose said, "What up?
Good catch.
What up, bros?"
Beast Bros.
All right, better now. We can hear you now. You have audio problems. All right, we're good to go.
All right, we're good. But anyway,
Right. Oh no.
When we went to... Need some help there, big man?
Hey, thanks, buddy. hey, big dog. Hey, big dog. Thanks, big dog.
So anyway, that was a cool camping trip, even though it was sort of
Hey, hold on. Let's
in and out.
Let's give a quick an ad. I'm not getting paid for this, but this screwball peanut butter whiskey is stupid.
Dude, that stuff is sick, man.
Definitely not keto friendly, but this little tiny bit, it's not gonna hurt me. No.
It'll help you.
If you guys haven't tried this,
It'll help you
should.
care that you didn't, and not care that you just broke your keto, right?
Nah, better not. All right, that sucks, man.
But yeah, that was a fun trip, even though the getting there and getting back was grueling because of the lack of wind.
Well, there was another point, and I don't know. I mean, I know I told you this, but I have never been actually scared on any of our camps. So there was, we did the camping in the tornado. We did the stealth camp when it was like 10 degrees out.
Yeah.
We've done
Ice everywhere.
We've done a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
I actually got worried on that one, and I texted Dana, and I was like,
On which one?
on that one.
On the sailboat?
Yeah.
Why were you worried?
So Steve and I are literally, so there's a body of water here, a body of water here, and a little tiny chunk of land.
Oh,
Well,
you're talking about the storm.
We're staying on this little tiny chunk of land, and I'm not kidding you. It was, we pulled up the sailboat, and I got off, and I could walk 50 steps that way and be in another body of water.
If you want to Google
Is that incorrect?
if you want to Google it, look up Fort McRae in Pensacola,
But
and
am
you
I
can see
incorrect
it's
there?
just
50?
Yeah,
Maybe 30 steps?
it's like a sandbar.
It's a sandbar. And anyways, we're staying there. There's no possibility for rain.
And dude,
And all of a sudden, this giant, the radar just, I saw the wind picking up and everything. And I put a pop-up tent down on the ground. I staked it into the sand.
I didn't even stake mine down.
The sand isn't even, I mean, it literally, you barely touch it and it comes out. It's sand.
It's nothing.
It's in a beach.
Well, we don't have the right kind of stakes for that. You need those auger ones that you drill in.
They'd have to go down 15 feet.
It gets pretty hard down there.
But so, the stakes come right out. I go to sleep for a couple minutes, and all of a sudden the wind starts picking up. My tent starts going like this. My tent starts picking up just on one side, the side. And I pull open my my phone. I look at the radar app. This gigantic, it looks like a hurricane is coming through. It's all red, red, little yellow, little green on the outside. I was like, oh, geez, it's coming straight for us. And 5 minutes earlier, there was nothing. And so all of a sudden I'm wondering is what's going. Oh crap! It says there's only one person. Just a minute ago there was 10 people. Now there's one. Huh. Let's see. Can you still hear us? Okay. Anyway, so that storm was coming, and my tent started lifting up. I remember being like flat out, and the only thing I was really worried about, I thought it was going to pick up my entire tent, dump me in the drink, and then I wouldn't be able to get out because I got like 6 zippers,
Right.
and I'm trying to swim and hold my breath at the same time. I was like, oh boy, I'm dead.
That's why you keep your knife with you, man. You cut your way out
This
of
is
that.
my final trip.
This is my final trip. Your final voyage.
Yeah,
But-
that was the only time I texted Dana. I was like, hey, may not make it out of this one.
Dude, I was so tired, I didn't even care. I was laying in the tent, and I had flashbacks. I remember getting woke up to that because it was starting to blow the whole side of the tent down flat again.
Yeah, push
and
it down.
and I could feel the water coming in
Right?
through the window like it did in the tornado video.
Wow.
And I was like, no, I can't have this. So I took my backpack and shoved it all the way up to the side to where
To
it
keep
forced,
the window up.
to where it forced that up there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I scooched over to the side and laid my leg over the top of the backpack and went right back to sleep.
You're like, water's not coming in here.
I'm like, we're
So
not
you
getting
kept,
about it.
you kept your backpack and your legs up against the side that would have
To keep it
collapsed?
from blowing
That's
down like
funny.
that. And it worked.
That's
No
awesome.
water came in.
That's awesome.
But you said you were worried about the whole damn thing we were sitting on going underwater, and that's actually, during hurricanes, I guarantee you it does.
I was worried about it, man. I was worried about it literally picking up my tent and throwing me in the drink.
When you're more familiar with storms in that area, you wouldn't be so worried about it. But like going underwater, I
No,
wasn't.
literally, it said no storms.
And then, well, dude, that's Florida though.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, is this a hurricane?
Dude,
Are we dying?
Ever since I've lived there, I've always said, why the heck do they call this the Sunshine State?
Yeah.
Because it literally rains every day.
Every day.
I'm like, this is not the Sunshine State. This is the rain state.
What in the world is this?
It's almost as bad as Seattle.
No, Steve, I got something you don't have.
What?
What is this? Sipping cream, electric orange.
Oh, I already drank that.
Yeah, you already out of yours. I
Mm-hmm.
still got mine.
Shannon had some of that with me when I went down there.
Some of this little tiny bottle?
Yeah, I whipped out all those and we sat there one night and just drank all that stuff.
Oh, this probably, wonder how many carbs in this. Not enough to make me care.
She said, in fact, she made me leave her the bottle. She wanted to use the bottle for something. 'cause
Oh
she
yeah,
thought it
that's a
was
cool
cute.
bottle.
Yeah,
You had electric orange too?
I think that, and there was another one. There was a couple of those sipping cream ones.
Oh
You
dang!
sound
I
like
need
that
about
good. Yeah, have you seen that cook guy, that young? He's kind of an overweight guy.
I need about
like,
15 more of these.
He's like, oh, so good.
Oh man!
That guy, so funny, man.
Dang, that's good. Dang, that's sweet.
Yeah, dang, that's sweet.
And what is this one? Sipping cream, electric orange. Dang, dude, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Those sipping creams are good.
I need to get a jug. Like
I don't know. I mean, I think a little thing like that is probably about all you got. You drink too much of that, and it's gonna make your stomach upset, probably. It's like Bailey's or something, you know. It's like you can only do so much of that stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea, Carly. Dang.
What?
Carly comes up with some great ideas, man.
What'd she say?
She's super creative. She's
Got
in the wrong line
good
of
old
work.
click grabbers.
She said, okay, time for scary vampire stories. You should be reading scary Krampus Christmas stories.
Krampus.
Because it's Christmas time.
Yeah. Krampus. I never did watch that movie.
Well, there's something wrong with you.
I need to watch it.
There's something wrong with your medulla oblongata.
My medulla oblongata. There was another one that was Bad Santa.
Oh, that was definitely not made for kids.
Yeah.
That was.
No, not Bad Santa. That's the one with what's
Yeah, Billy Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton. No, there was another one that came out more recently. Like where Santa was like killing everybody or something.
That's one of the Krampus ones. Oh,
No,
Oh,
it's
there's-
different. What was it called?
where Santa's
like
killing people?
Silent Night, Deadly Night, or something
I
like
saw
that.
that one. Yeah, it came out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
We
got
were.
the same dude from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He was the Santa. Yeah.
Okay.
They go to shoot him. He's like,
We were
really?
we were going to watch it, and the internet wasn't working right or something, and we couldn't watch it. But I'm gonna grab another log for
Grab a log, man.
El
Throw a
Fierro.
log on there.
I'm gonna drop a log on the fire. Oh, our log pile's getting kind of
Carly,
small.
maybe I need to start. I need to start picking your brain before we get into this, because Steve and I actually have a list, and we're like, what can we talk about? We talk about the things we've been doing, but like, that's a good idea. Like, we should have been like pulling up a Krampus story, talking about that. We can definitely do that.
Well, and this is probably the last live that we'll do this year,
No, this is definitely the last live.
because
next-
all the
next
holidays.
weekend's
Yeah,
Christmas, and
probably-
then,
probably won't camp again until January.
yeah, so next weekend's Christmas, and
The next
Dana
weekend's
and the kids
New
are
Year's.
off work probably, and then the next weekend's Christmas, and then we'll camp after that.
Yeah, we'll do another live. Maybe I have the generator working by then.
Yeah, you got one job, man.
I got one job. Screwed that one up. There we go. That's a crackling fire. Woo woo.
Harley said y'all should do a drunk video trying to make each other look like the Grinch. What is a drunk video?
Well, I know what a drunk video is. That's when you get drunk.
And what's look like the Grinch?
I don't know.
Like we spray paint each
What, are we
other?
gonna spray paint each other green? Glue hair?
Carly has
Hair
some of
to
those
our face?
guns that go. Drrrr. She wanted to give them to us so we can shoot each other's eye out.
Oh, you'll put your eye out.
That's a popping fire right
Yeah,
there.
it is.
All right, what else we got?
Yeah, that Pensacola trip though was pretty fun, and we're gonna do that again soon.
I don't know
When
about-
Nick gets his new boat going, and we'll be able to find a better spot, like on an island or something. Dude, when you see the new boat, you won't be so worried about it.
I wasn't worried. It was more. I think that was purpose driven to do that.
Anyway,
stuff.
I just think it's fun to get on a boat and just go out somewhere where there's no people. See, that place we went before, there was people all along that beach.
Yeah, you told me we were going to a secluded place. We get there and it's loaded with people.
Last
and
time we went, there was nobody there.
I'm just saying.
And we
went
also
there.
didn't go to the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Tony, we're gonna go to a place 15 minutes away that's got nobody anywhere on the planet. It takes us 6 hours to get there, and there's 300 people. Like, this is not what I bought into.
Well, we were trying to go to that fort and check it out, but the fort, they had it all locked up and everything.
Yeah.
You couldn't get inside, and I was just like, man, this sucks. That's stupid people ruining it for everybody is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else did we do this year? The hikes.
Well, you want to talk about the hikes? Okay, so.
What time is it?
And by the way, if you guys
have
want to
time?
talk about something, bring it up in chat. Carly's been very active in the chat, and we really appreciate that. Oh wait. Hold on. I think I see Bigfoot in the background.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about Bigfoot real quick.
Okay.
So that's
Speaking
funny.
of Bigfoot.
And if you really saw Bigfoot, I don't know. But hey, speaking of Bigfoot, I did post that one video. I don't know if it was a short. It might have been just a little bit longer than a short, but
Your news.
there was I had to do a news article because there was a lot of stuff going around about
Yeah.
Bigfoot. And apparently what it was this couple was traveling on a train in Colorado, and someone thought they saw Bigfoot.
And they filmed it,
And if
yeah.
you go back and look at one of our videos, it was probably only, I don't know, a couple, maybe a few months ago. It looks like me, and I think the thumbnail's me and like a newsroom.
It looks
or
like a
something.
newsroom, like you're an anchorman.
Yeah. And I've got my tie on. I'm very professional.
You had your BeastMode shirt with the tie.
I'm very professional.
That was great.
And so
Oh.
I'm kind of telling the story about how this thing happened, right? Because so there's apparently this couple saw Bigfoot, and I mean, it looked like Bigfoot, right, Steve?
I mean,
It could have been. Sure,
now
it
that
could have
now
been a
that
dude in a suit.
now that I had to listen to you talk about the long flowing locks of hair and all that, I start to question it a little more because you're like, man, what kind of products are you using?
What kind of products is this guy using?
He's like using bee saliva or something, man. He's got some good stuff.
Dude, because that's some flowing. You can see it in the
Yeah,
video. It's
he's
like
like-
walking, and the hair is just going like
Look
this.
like
And you're
a-
like, man, if something's out in the wild, it's gonna be all natted. And
It looked like a
matted.
salon commercial or something.
It
It's
did.
like-
He just walks out. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm here to sit.
and then he squats, and you're like,
He just
oh,
kind of sits there.
yeah, I'm taking a dump right now.
No, I'm Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. You're like, maybe we should give him some privacy.
Yeah. Hey, White, look the other way. Okay, you only had him on there for a second. But no, that was cool. So, but if you go back and look at that video, I would love to know. Go and take a look at that video. Look at the comments, or tell us what you think in the comments. I am a little skeptical. I would love to think that there's some stuff out there that we've never seen before.
Like, it's like Bigfoot sitting there, and the little rabbit comes by. He's sitting there taking a squat.
And grabs
And the rabbit comes up and he's like, "Hey, rabbit, does the poop stick to your fur when you take a dump?" And the rabbit's like, "No, why?" He's like, "Bah." Good. Ah, yeah, good stuff. But yeah, that video was. You're starting to see better ones, but you always question whether it's fake or not. Like, did they just have somebody walking around out there, or was somebody just messing with people?
Totally could have been.
And just kind of like, hey, I know a train's gonna come by here. Let me dress up like Bigfoot and
Sure.
screw with people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Any one of those
Right.
situations could have happened. My only thought is, man, if I dressed up as a Sasquatch and went out there,
I'd be afraid I'd get shot or something.
get shot. Someone's
Yeah.
like, I killed
I
Bigfoot.
got him. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was a dude.
Like
And
that movie.
Hey, if that happens, what do you do?
Huh?
If you kill Bigfoot and it turns out to not be Bigfoot, what do you do?
I don't know. What do?
You walk away.
You walk away fast.
You're in the middle of nowhere.
Right, yeah.
You're
Nobody
the only
sees,
one
nobody
that
knows.
saw. Oh, that I was never here.
That was funny though. That happened in that movie that we watched of your friend.
Oh, Todd.
Yeah,
Yep.
remember he shot him and it was the guy in the
This is the
seat.
camera dude.
Yeah.
The actor.
The great movie though.
That's funny.
That
That's
was
what
funny.
that's what Carlos just said. She said she wants to see a collab with us and Todd.
I would love to get him out here and do that. That would be great.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
I wonder if he's
Dude,
too busy for that.
No, he's not at all. He totally told me, he was like, yeah, let's do it. But
Get him out here, man.
dude,
That'd be
He's
awesome.
a trip, dude. That
He
conversation
looks like a
we had-
trip. I could imagine hanging out with that dude. I can only imagine hanging out with that dude because he looks like a trip. Just the stuff that came out of his brain and went into that movie. I can imagine hanging out with that dude.
It's all sex related.
Especially
He's
his,
sleeping in
his
your
driver the whole time. Yeah, right. He's sleeping in your tent. No, we'll bring him his own assorted collection of tents. Pick one. You can have any one you want, or all of them, whatever. Jump back and forth.
That was funny.
Yeah. Man, we're getting a layer of shiny stuff building up here.
What do you mean?
The
Are we getting some dew?
a slight dew, but it's almost freezing, but the temperature isn't freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why it's starting to ice up. That's weird.
Crazy.
How does it freeze when it's not freezing? Well, my ice isn't melting.
Well, I think,
What time is it? Do we have time?
yeah, it's only 11. However,
Okay.
we were down to 2 a minute ago. I say we go ahead and wrap up.
We were down to 2 a minute ago. What are you talking about? Oh, okay.
Two people, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we hadn't done a live in a while, and maybe next year when there's not so much hectic stuff going on constantly,
Mm-hmm.
and we're done with the holidays and
Well, I
all
think
that.
the biggest reason we haven't done a live yet is it's been so hot.
It did get it took a while to cool down.
I think last
It
year
was even hot in Halloween.
Yeah, I think last year we had been out here camping 3 or 4 times before our
Yeah.
Halloween special.
And it was freezing. Like
It was-
low
it was-
20s.
it
We got
was-
snow.
When? On Halloween?
No, before Christmas, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it literally was getting down into the teens and sometimes.
Probably, but it was before our Halloween episode, we had already been camping 3 or 4 or 5 times,
It did
and
cool
this
off
time
a little.
it
Yeah.
was one time.
Yeah, and that was we had to do the Halloween
We
that
had
time.
to do it.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, even this year it's freaking middle of December, and it's not
getting
even
up in the
freezing tonight.
60s.
Yeah, I mean tonight I think the low is in the high 30s, low 40s or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. So
Which is great for camping. I mean it's gonna feel nice sleeping tonight, but
yeah.
don't even need the heater.
Anyways, hey gang, thanks for joining tonight. And I know this one's probably a quicker one, but just looking at it here, man, this thing keeps going up and down. So now we're back at 6, but I don't know. You want to go ahead and call it?
I think we should talk about the hiking that we did.
Okay, let's talk about
Because
it.
that was epic, dude. When we went, I know I was having a hard time and struggling on it, but that was just so funny when we got to camp watching Bose freaking tear it up, dude. He was blowing me away the whole time. It's like, I want to go again and just to film that dude.
Well, we got a lot of good footage from that one. So what Steve's talking about is Eagle Rock Loop. Our last trip, it was me, Steve, my buddy Mike, and Bose. And Bose literally turned into the marathon man.
Yeah.
I even asked him, I was like, what'd you do with my friend? Because my buddy Bose, you know.
Really normal looking dude. He's
Well,
tall.
Yeah, he's just tall and lanky, but he's a runner.
Yeah, he's a runner apparently.
And he runs 5 days a week.
A lot,
So that
yeah.
trail literally was nothing.
Yeah.
Steve and I do a lot of computer work, a lot of sitting. And,
We done got soft.
yeah, so Buzz didn't do anything magical, but he literally, instead of sitting around, he's running all the time. So that trail was nothing to him.
Yeah.
He took half of Steve's bag, put it on my back, I'm going. And running up and down mountains, he comes back. We're dying, trying to fix camp, and Buzz grabbing tree logs
Right.
and bringing them in. And
Freaking kicking him in half and breaking firewood. And, Dude, on the last day, we've been hiking for 3 days, and we were getting close to the car. Cuz drops his pack and runs back to the car to get beers.
I looked
Runs.
up. He had dropped his pack. He said, "No, I'm gonna go grab some beers." I was like, "Man, that's a few miles, dude."
Dude, it was at least 3 miles back to the car.
He literally. I look up and he's running down the trail, and this is after all of us are
We're
gassed.
dead.
And he hasn't even made it back. It takes him another hour to get to where we were, and Buzz had already dropped his pack, went and got the beers, came back, and was there about 5 minutes after Steve got there.
It wasn't very long. It was probably more than 5 minutes, but it was not long. By the time I pulled up, I was like, where's Bose? Oh, he went back to the car to get beers.
He ran back to the car miles away to grab 8 beers.
Yeah.
That's 2 beers.
So we could each have 2 beers.
So
yeah.
we could each have 2 beers. And I even asked him, I was like, hey man, you sure you want to go just for 2 beers?
Is that worth it?
He goes, a couple beers by this river
Right.
while we're
With a
camping?
fire?
Hell yeah, that's worth it. I was like, okay, Bose. All right.
That was a great trip, though. I loved that, man. And the weather was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it colder, but dude, it was nice and cold at night. But during the day, we were doing shorts, and it felt good. Yeah.
So just looking at this, we have one person on here, so I'm guessing that's us. We definitely need to bring this up on our next one, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and kill this.
Okay.
And but we'll bring this one up again. Hey everybody, if you're watching this in a not live,
Yeah.
thank you for joining Beast Mode Camping. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, we're gonna see you first thing next year.
First thing after the new year.
Yeah.
2024. This wraps up 2023. So this is our
Correct.
finale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks everybody. Have a great day.
See you next year. What time did you say it was? Like 11?
Yeah.